Hello everybody, I'm Sudhir Agarmure, working at Prerna College of Commerce Nagpur as an assistant professor, and today I will going to discuss or to teach the introduction of the XML. This is the unit first for BSc final year semester 6 and the name of the paper is ASP.NET. So let us discuss about the objective of this lectures. First, we will discuss history of the XML, then introduction to the XML, then what are the different features of XML, then we will compare between HTML and XML, the differences, okay, and after that, what is the simple XML document, the structure of the XML, simple XML document. There are actually two types of document, that is physical and logical. We will discuss details in that section, okay, and last one is the component of XML document. What are the different component of the XML document? Now we are going to the see history of XML. So before going to XML, actually there was a HTML and HTML. So what is the long form of XML? So X indicate that is the extensible markup language. So it is the extension of markup language, that is it is the extension of actually HTML. HTML means hypertext markup language and it is the extension of HTML, so it is called extensible markup language. So the X is taken from this, not E, this is XML. So it is used for web designing web pages. Actually HTML is also used for web page designing. XML also used for designing web pages. XML is a simplified superset of HTML and HTML. It is a superset of HTML and HTML. So XML was designed to store and transport data. This is very important point, that XML is used to store and transport data. So it is not possible in HTML or HTML. So XML was designed to be both human and machine readable. It is also very important about the XML, features of the XML, that is it is understand by human, it is human readable as well as machine readable. And HTML, that is HTML, it was very old language, that is standard generalized markup language. HTML means standardized generalized markup language, and it was developed in 1960. It is developed in 1960, but this is the drawbacks, means it is the disadvantages of HTML, that because HTML was the first standard markup language but was outdated, because at that time there was no network and network related infrastructure. Means the language was already developed for the network and network related infrastructure, but the network and network related infrastructure was not developed in 1960. So the main purpose of the HTML was very large document project. जो बनाया गया था HTML, ये very large document project के लिए बनाया था. After HTML, HTML was developed after 30 years, that is in 1990. HTML was developed by T. Berners-Lee for exchanging information. So HTML is used for exchanging information all over the world using www. Actually www is the concept of Tim Berners-Lee, and it is also developed by the Tim Berners-Lee. So we are thankful to scientist Tim Berners-Lee because it developed the web technology for us. So HTML is open standard. HTML is open standard and does not require any extra technology. And the main purpose of the HTML is document formatting, means exchanging information and document formatting. Document formatting means what? If you do not understand document formatting, simple document formatting means what? To make attractive your document is called formatting. Like in Word document, Notepad is a plain text. Notepad is actually ASCII text editor. Then WordPad is a plain text editor. But the MS Word is a rich text editor. Why it is called rich text editor? Because formatting facilities is available in Microsoft Word. Formatting means what? Making attractive your document, that is making bold, italic, underline the text, then making paragraph and make it apply different types of font styles, font size also, and font color also. These are called formatting of documents. Formatting page भी रहता है, and that formatting page means making margins and all these things, top margin, left margin, right margin, and page size. These are the called formatting. So HTML, the main purpose of the HTML is what the document formatting. After HTML, the advanced version is the DHTML was developed. HTML के बाद DHTML भी आया गया था, लेकिन we are not using DHTML and DHTML was not so popular. So D means dynamic. D means dynamic. That is dynamic HTML pages. That is dynamic web pages. So HTML and DHTML are limited in their scope. This is the drawbacks of the HTML and DHTML. That is, the scope is very limited and cannot be extended. It cannot be extended. So HTML does not contain enclosing property in which data cannot be converted in 8 byte. All the HTML documents are limited and public for the user, and the data properties and the data public presentation cannot be properly performed in HTML. This is the also main drawbacks of the HTML, and these entire drawbacks can be overcome by the XML by introducing their own feature. So extensibility is the main features of the XML. What do you mean by extensible? Extensible means XML allows you to create your own self-descriptive tags. So here is the main important thing, that HTML have its own predefined tag, but in XML you can create your own descriptive tag. Actually XML does not have any predefined tag. In XML we have to create our own tags according to your need, according to your purpose. So descriptive or language, and that suits your application. जो भी आपके application को suit लगता है होता है, ये आप XML में बना सकते हैं. You can create your own tags. And XML carries the data, does not present it. Means XML carries the data, does not present it. XML carries data, present नहीं करता. HTML is used to present the data. For presentation purpose we are using HTML, but to carry the data XML is used, and XML allows you to store the data irrespective of how it will be presented. XML is a public standard. XML was developed by an organization called W3C, that is World Wide Web Consortium. It is also founded by Tim Berners-Lee, that is W3C, and is available as an open standard. XML represents a new area for the way to be public, establishing a means of transmitting structured data. XML standardized the text format for representing structured information and web. XML is a specification for designing markup language. XML ये एक specification है for designing markup language. Therefore XML is also called as meta language. XML also called meta language, and it is a specification. It is a specification for designing markup language. So next point is, what is XML? Simple, you know very well, it is the extensible markup language, and XML is designed to store and transport data, and XML was released in 19. So when the HTML is released, XML is also released after HTML. It was created to provide an easy to use and store self-descriptive describing data. Actually HTML is more popular, and after that XML is getting popularity because it provides easy to use and store self-descripting data. XML was developed in Feb 1919 W3C. Actually it is released, but it took proper shape in 1998. 1998 में वर्जन 1.0 is released, developed. Okay, so XML is not a replacement of HTML. XML ये HTML का रिप्लेसमेंट नहीं है. HTML का इम्पोर्टेंस आज भी है और रहेगा, but it is XML is the extensible of HTML, that is a markup language, but it is not a replacement of HTML, and XML is designed to be self-descriptive. XML is designed to carry data, not to display data. It is also very important. It is designed to carry data and not to display data. Actually, HTML is used to display data, and HTML cannot carry the data. XML tags are not predefined. I already told that HTML have a predefined tag, but XML does not have predefined tag. You must define your own tag. So XML is a platform. It is very important point that XML is a platform independent and language independent also. So what is mean by platform independent? Platform independent is related to the operating system. Okay, on which operating system it works. So there is no restriction of platform or operating system. It works on any platform, so it is called platform independent and language independent also. XML stands for extensible, and which is an extension of HTML. It is actually extension of HTML, which I already told you. The XML is a superset of HTML. It is a superset of HTML. Actually, HTML is developed in 1916, but after 30 years, HTML was developed, and after that, XML is released and take a shape, that is in 1998. So it is a superset of HTML, and all the features of HTML is also available in XML. This is also important features of XML, that all the features of HTML, it is included in XML because it is the extension of HTML. So in XML, various components like element, attribute and entities are created by using user defined tag. So user defined tag is the most important thing, because in XML there was no predefined tag and the user have to define its own tag. So XML is a meta language. Why it is called a meta language? Because so many markup languages are designed with the help of XML. Number of languages are developed using XML. Number of markup languages are using in with the help of XML. So JavaScript and OOP, that is OOPS, object-oriented programming, can be linked in XML. The coding of XML document can be interpreted by XML processors. The coding of XML document can be interpreted by XML processors, and using various XML rules, XML language is used for describing specific data. In XML, component can be either declared using internal or external DTD. So XML component can be declared. There are two types of DTD, that is internal and external DTD, which will be seen in next lectures. Okay, the content of the components can be stored in XML schema either internally or externally by using XML data schema or DTD. There are two techniques, XML schema and DTD. XML is an open standard, means it is not tied to any special technology. I already told it is platform independent and it is open standard, means it is not tied, ये किसी से बंदी वाली नहीं है. It is not depend on any special technology. So XML is extension of HTML, and therefore features of all HTMLs are available in XML. XML quick gains popularity in the way of the community because W3C released the official XML version 1.0 in 1998. After that it get popularity. So XML itself is not a markup language, but rather a set of tools that can be used to create a markup language. It is not a markup language, but there are some rules, there are set of tools that can be used to create a markup language. You can create a new markup language using XML. So XML allows the data to be self-descriptive, that is, using attributes and entity, data can be stored within the element. So it is also important point that data can be stored within the element, and XML allows an author to create rules for contents of element. XML language can be developed for industries and company names. Maximum XML used for company purpose or industry. In industry, XML is used, and in XML element describe data and not the format. XML एलिमेंट जो होते हैं वो डेटा डिस्क्राइब करते हैं, फॉर्मेट नहीं. The other features are XML provide extensible linking functionality. XML contain a robust searching capability. Then XML can be used to interchange data between two proprietary formats. देखो, what is mean by proprietary formats and what is mean by interchange data. Now, if any company develop its own tag, that is called proprietary tag. Proprietary tag means it is owned by someone, that is called proprietary tags. And open source or free source means that is freely available to use everyone, no need of license or anything. So, okay, so it can interchange between two proprietary tags. Actually, these proprietary tags are defined by two different companies or industries, and you can exchange the data between these two formats. XML can be used to define standard syntax for many different XML language, and XML contain various formatting properties in CSS. What is meant by CSS? Actually, CSS means cascading style sheet, you know very well. Okay, and XML contain various transformation property, that is XSL, that is extensible style sheet language. Okay, so it is also used in XML. XML is used for software development. So software development भी इसका यूज होता है, बट बहुत कम पैमाने पे होता है. It is used in web development. Okay, so now we are going to compare between HTML and XML. So number of times we are confused about HTML and XML. So what is the extension in XML, and what is the advantages of XML over HTML? So we can study using this table. In HTML, it stands for hypertext markup language, while XML it is the extensible markup language. HTML is a markup language and XML is a meta language. HTML is a markup, while XML is the meta language that can be used to create a markup language. And HTML was developed lightweight language to be used for exchanging information all over the world, and XML was developed as a heavyweight language. HTML जबकि lightweight है, तो XML ये heavyweight language है, in which JavaScript and ops can be done using the use for exchange information. और यहाँ पे exchange language is used to exchange overall the world. HTML used for plain text document only, but XML is used for plain text document, graphical image, file linking and transformation. HTML is open standard, means it is free to use any technology. XML is used in any technology which is a W3C supports. HTML does not have its own editor. HTML को ऐसा खुद का कोई भी editor नहीं. You can use just Notepad, okay. But XML have its own editors, XML editors and XML writers also there. HTML limited in its scopes and it cannot be extended. HTML को आप extend नहीं कर सकते, उसका scope limited है, but the XML is unlimited in its scopes and can be extended. So HTML is developed on single document type, because in HTML DTD permits only character string type. XML is not dependent on single type. That is, XML DTD permit various data types used in XML schema like numbers, C data that is character data and PC data that is parsed character data. HTML does not allow the user to create its own data element, but the XML allows you to create its own data elements. HTML is not restricted about its syntax, while XML is very strict about its syntax. HTML में syntax का कोई भी restriction नहीं होता है. Simple example, अगर आप HTML capital में लिखते हो tag और small में लिखते हो तो कोई फर्क नहीं होता है, but in XML is cache sensitive, so we have to follow the strict syntax also. And HTML contains only formatting capability in which various formatting property are used. XML contains formatting property on CSS and transformation property XSL. HTML tags are not case sensitive, but the XML tags are case sensitive. So I already told about the case sensitive and case not case sensitive. Like case sensitive means if you are using body BODY in small case, so and for closing you are using a capital case in HTML, so it will be allowed in HTML because HTML is not case sensitive. But in XML, if you define a tag in small case, then you have to use everywhere small case, okay. And if you are using in capital letters, then you have to use that tag as it is, which is defined earlier. The next point is the simple XML document. The basic building block of an XML is an entity. Entity is very important part of the XML, and it is the basic building block of the XML document, which contains entire parsed or unparsed data. It contains both entire that is parsed or unparsed data. So parsed data consists of characters, and that are either character data or markup. An XML processor processes this data, whereas unparsed character data are raw text and not required any rules and regulation. Example, name and slash name. This is the tag name and slash name, and in this opening and closing tag there is a ABC, capital ABC. Here name and slash name are parsed data as a markup, while or whenever ABC, this is the ABC, is called unparsed data. So this opening name and closing name are the parsed data, while the ABC is the unparsed data. So we can define XML document structure in two ways: physical structure. The second one is the logical structure. And in physical structure, a document is determined by entity. Document is determined by entity, whereas a logical structure is determined by elements considered as XML document. So this is the simple XML document. Okay, this is the structure of simple XML document. First line, here we write XML version 1.0 and then question marks. So address book is our root tag, and under the address book tag there is a content tag. So here address book open tag, here address book closing tag, then content, and this is slash content, and inside the slash content means this is the root element, it is called parent, then it is the child, content is the child tag, and inside the child tag there is again child have subchild, that is name, pin and mobile, and name have also its subchilds, okay, that is address and city. So this is a simple document structure. So in XML there are two types of XML document. Number one is the physical structure of XML document, and second is the logical structure of the documents. In physical structure of documents, we have to explain an actual document like XML declaration, elements, processing, insertion, attributes, entity, etc. In logical structure of XML document, the XML document is sketched out with the structure of element in XML document like a tree structure or hierarchical structures. the XML uses its start tag and end tag as a container. स्टार्ट टैग होता है और एंड टैग होता है, उसके बीच में जो भी होता है इट इज कॉल्ड कंटेनर्स, एंड द स्टार्ट टैग एंड द कंटेंट एंड द एंड टैग्स ऑल फॉर्म अ सिंगल एलिमेंट. स्टार्टिंग टैग होगा, बीच में कंटेनर्स होंगे एंड एंड टैग होगा, इसको पूरा इसको हम बोलेंगे सिंगल एलिमेंट्स. सो इन लास्ट एग्जाम्पल हमने देखा था, लाइक इन लास्ट एग्जाम्पल नेम ABC. So this is ABC is the container, okay, and name is the starting tag and slash name is the closing tag. So it is called container. Elements are containers. So elements are the building blocks. Total element it is a single, and these are the building blocks of XML documents. Now each document must have only one root, okay. It must have only one root. More than one root is not allowed. More than one root element is not allowed in XML documents, and all other elements must be perfectly nested inside. It must be perfectly nested inside that elements. And the logical structure of the XML document is like a tree structure. Now here you can observe that here home page is a root element, and inside the home page there are two elements, that is we can say child, it is a parent and it's a child, or we can say it is a grandparent and it's a parent, head and body. And under head and body, so head have its child tag, that is title and banner, and body have its child, that is main, title, rule and text. And text have also one sub tag or child tag, sub child tag, para. Okay, so this is a simple tree like structure of the documents. Home page, here home page is the root element, I already told on the diagram. Head, body and footer are the children of the home element. Head, body and footer, head, body and footer, okay. And the head is a parent of titled and a banner element. Head is a parent of titled and banner element. So therefore title and banner elements are called sibling elements. These are the sibling elements. Here main, title, rule and text, these are the sibling elements. So going down the elements tree, each and every child element must be fully contains with the parent element, main, title, rule and text are the children of body element. These are the sibling elements and may not be overlapped. XML. Now the next topic is our XML documents. Now we are going to discuss about the component of the XML document. XML is a markup language and which is using by various tags, various elements and other components, and can be properly used in XML using specific syntax. So following are the various components of the XML document. Number one, XML declaration. First component is the XML declaration, next component is the element, third one is the processing instruction, fourth one is the attributes, fifth one is the entities, and sixth one is the comment. Now we are going to discuss one by one component of the XML document. So we are going to discuss first what is meant by XML declaration. It is the first component of XML document, and the first line of the XML document is always XML declaration. Now this is the first line of the XML document, that is XML version equal to 1.0 and then question mark, starting question mark and end question mark. This is called XML declaration and it is the first line of the XML document. So it can specify version, it can specify version of the XML, encoding in which a bit conversion can declared, and standalone regarding the linking of the document in the network. XML declaration consists of a left angle bracket. This is the left angle bracket, then followed by question mark. This is the followed by question mark. Character with no space follows through the character XML. This is the simple declaration of XML as follows. This is the left angle bracket, then question mark, then XML version equal to in double quote 1.0, then again question mark, and a right angle bracket is closed. The example of the complete declaration of the XML document as follows, that is left angle bracket, question mark, XML version equal to 0, then encoding equal to UTF-8 and stand alone equal to S, and then question mark, and then right angle. This is the syntax, proper syntax, where the XML version is 1.0, which is necessary to declare any XML document. It is very compulsory, or it is a necessary. Then encoding and standalone, if you are not including, it will be allowed. Okay. Then in XML declaration, encoding equal to UTF-8 means that operating system can convert the data in 8-bit code. UTF-8 is an 8-bit Unicode, which is a universal code, and encoding is needed because generally an operating system uses 7-bit ASCII code, which is a subset of 8-bit Unicode. It is usually convert that data in 8-bit code. Standalone equal to S indicates wherever the document has any link that makes it complete documents. That is when we specify standalone equal to S, then the document has the link for complete document. Second component of the XML document is the element. Element is a combination of tags and text. So opening tag, closing tag, and text. So XML document cannot be formed without a tag, and all the tags are user defined in XML. There was no any predefined tag in XML, so we have to define our own tags, or user have to define its tag in XML. So elements are the tags in XML, and elements are used to describe the data. Any element consists of start, contents, and end tags. End tags be closed with slash, that is / prefix the tag name, and any tag name cannot be a blank space, underscore, and any punctuation symbol rather than the underscore, which is used as a separator for a long tag name. So simple example, name. So there is no space in name, and the here similar name, there is also slash name, that is ending tag. It is a opening tag, it is a closing tag, and there is no blank space in the tag name. Then there are the types of elements. Okay, second type elements के अलग अलग types होते हैं, and number 1 is the root element, then nested element, then sibling elements, and empty element. Elements के 4 type होते हैं. Root element, I already told there are only one root element in XML documents. Okay, and it is not allowed to create more than one root element in XML document. The root element of the document is the outermost element and contains all the other elements in it. Okay, सभी बाकी के elements root element के अंदर होंगे. Opening and close root element के अंदर बाकी के सभी element होंगे. Then they can have only one root element in a single XML document. All the elements must have enclosed under the root element. सभी बाकी के जो भी सब elements होंगे वो under enclosed in root element. Then second one is the nested element. The term refers to as the process of containing elements with other elements, and in nesting element, some elements are the parent elements which contain the child elements. Example, family tree. Like family tree, you can understand very well about the family tree. In family tree, there is a grandparent, then a parents, then parent can have a child, and then child can have a subchild. This is called family tree. Okay. Then sibling element means what? Sibling elements are the one which belongs to the same parent's element. Suppose in your family you have an uncle. Okay, means grandparent, and that grandparent can have two sons. So these two sons are called siblings. Okay, so same parents जो रहते हैं उनको हम बोलते हैं sibling elements. That is these are the elements of the same level. In a family tree example, child 1, child 2, child 3, these are the sibling elements each other which belongs to the same parents. And number 4 element, types of element, is the empty element. The empty elements which does not contain any content which does not contains any content are called is called empty elements. हम इसको empty बोलते हैं कि इसके अंदर कुछ नहीं. Now this is the example of empty element, name and slash name, and in between name and slash name, that is opening and closing name, there is a nothing, so it is called empty element. It is the example of empty element which does not contain any content, so this is the first line, that is declaration. And this is the family tree. In family tree, here family tree is open and here is closed, and mother is the mother and father, these are the two siblings of family tree, and inside the father there are children. Okay, so father have again one tag, that is child tag, children, and that children have also sub tag, that is child 1 and child 2. So this is the simple element. Now number 3 element component of the document is the processing instruction. A XML syntax does not deal with the character, text, data and markup. These syntax are also used to link to data for a ready-made style sheet, ready-made templates of websites into your documents, and this task can be achieved by using processing instruction. Processing instruction can directly access a ready-made content by linking a specific style sheet or template. That is, linking any special document or any file which is in the form of CSS or any text file. Okay, so this is the syntax. Left curly bracket, then left bracket, and then question mark, XML style sheet equal to text slash CSS double quote complete href equal to file name. So this is the example, that is here style equal to text or CSS, then href book dot CSS. Here we link, that is a hyper link, that is book dot CSS. Number 4 component is the attributes. Attribute helps to describe HTML documents. Attributes are always contained in the starting tag of the element. Attributes are like a modifier and which can be assigned certain value attributes. Value can modified, but does not change its definition. Attributes described certain property of the elements. General form of the attributes are tag name dot attribute, name equal to attribute definition, where tag name is the starting tag name that is element name, and attribute name in XML names which is followed by the rules of XML. Attribute definition is written in double quotation mark, and which is the attribute value of that attribute name. So here example, book dot name equal to in double quote XML for you. So this is the attribute value of book dot name. So book dot name is the attribute and value is the XML for you. They here slash book is completed, and book dot type equal to digital in double quote. So here is also, this is the digital is the attribute value. And the 5th component of the XML document is entity. And entity are used to store the data in XML document. So it is also called a storage container of the XML. Every XML document has at least one entity, and that serve as the base entity for the entire documents. Entity are nothing but the physical built-in. All entities are defined in starting tag. Sometimes entity and attributes are similar. Okay, sometimes it is like a similar, because attributes are also used to store data by using equate operator in starting tag. But the difference between attribute and entity is that attributes store data and cannot be accessed anywhere in the XML document, whereas its contents cannot be reversed or changed in actual definition. That is, attribute can update its content, but its original definition cannot be changed. and in entity it is possible to access the contents anywhere in the programmers, and it can be changed whenever necessary. So there are two types of basic entities are used in XML document: parsed entities and unparsed entities. And now the last component of the XML document is the comments. So XML document can be used in XML document to parents information. XML comments is not a technical part of that document. It is not a technical part. It is only used for documentation purpose, because comments are ignored at the time of compilation. Comments are like in C language, in C++, or in Java. Any languages have different types of comments style. So comments are ignored at the time of compilation. Just it increase the readability of the documents. Comments are like processing instruction can appear anywhere in the XML documents, and XML comments are used to improve the document readability and do not increase the memory of the document, because comments is an non-executable part of the XML document. So XML comments are used for debugging, because by specifying comments, unknown user can understand XML documents very easily. For example, here the comment style is the left angle, then exclamatory sign, and this is an XML document comments and closing bracket. So thank you for watching my video. Thank you very much.